we're cooking a crab boil today. This is going to be so awesome. I fell in love with these actually the first time when I moved up to Seattle and started eating them because I never had them before. So one thing it is, it's, you know, a coastal city thing, but, you know, other places have it. And depending on where you live is what ingredients are going to be into it. But one thing a crab boil does have to have, crab. Now these are jumbo snow crab legs. You can use blue crab legs or blue crab, stuff like that. I got giant mussels, really good. I got some Venus clams, really good. I got us a lobster tail. I mean, yeah, it's kind of tiny for a lobster. Okay. Got some shrimp, and you want them deveined, okay? You can leave the shells on and stuff, but that's where their blood and poop trail goes, so you don't want to eat that. We got little red potatoes. We got, you can have andouille sausage, you can have kielbasas, polskas. You know, as long as it's a little sausage, I cut them into little half-inch strip or slices. Ears of corn, cut them in thirds, you know. And then, of course, you got your Cajun spices, okay? But first, one important thing I need to reiterate about this stuff is if you're getting mussels and clams, okay, here's the difference. This one is dead. This one is alive. Notice the difference. One's mouth is open and he's not breathing anymore. Okay, so you put this guy in your food and cook it, you just ruined your dish and you just made your house smell like garbage, like really bad. So you want to make sure that your grocers, your seafood people do not give you these kind, and always immediately bring them home, put them on some ice. Okay, big thing. So that's a wasted amount of money. Okay, now you can get your Cajun spice, or what they call crab boil spice. It's basically a Cajun spice. Okay, you can go and buy this like at a grocery store, or you can buy like the Old Bay kind, stuff like that, or you can make your own, because some people might not like it as spicy as others. Okay, so one thing you need is black pepper, cayenne pepper, crushed pepper, some paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, but I'm not going to put this in there because some of my family can't eat garlic because they're allergic to it. It doesn't make their tummy feel good. A little bit of chili powder. And then this is the holy trinity of my spices. I got ground up rosemary. That's those little needle things that you see. What I like to do is I like to ground them up really fine so that they cook easy. I got rosemary and basil. And there's about half a tablespoon of each. Okay. Gumbo filet, okay, really important. It's a swamp plant. Most Cajun foods have it. I like using Himalayan pink sea salt. Okay, now if you really want to get a little bit into it, you add a little bit of Tabasco to your water, but I'm not going to do that because that overpowers it for some of my family members. So, we're going to start with the Holy Trinity. Okay, I'm going to do about a teaspoon of black pepper. Now, fresh black pepper, or you just want to use peppercorns, that's fine. You know, because you're not actually going to be eating it all. These are really cool little devices. You can pick them up at the store. They have a magnet on, so you can just stick them right to your refrigerator. Okay, I'm going to do about a teaspoon of the normal chili powder. Yeah, this is Mexican chili, so nothing big. Now I'm going to do paprika, and this is actually a chili powder. For most people don't know, it's not like some weird exotic spice. It's just, this is the type of chili powder. Okay. Gives that tang like in deviled eggs and stuff like that. We're going to do a little bit of cayenne pepper, and I'm not going to use a spoon on this one because I just don't want to burn my hands. Whoops. I know I got a huge messy drawer. But I'm going to do about a half a teaspoon of cayenne because I don't want to overheat the power. Okay. Do a little bit of crushed red pepper. So. And you guys have probably already seen this before. This is the little stuff that you see at pizza restaurants and the stuff people sprinkle on there. So a little bit of there on there, because the more you use, the spicier it's going to get, the more you're going to sweat, people are going to burn their tongues, blah, 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 blah. Okay? So I'm going to do about 8 of those. Onion powder. I'm going to do about, well, sometimes the onion powder likes to stick together. So you give it a good shaking. Okay, I'm going to do about half a tablespoon. Because I don't like putting actual onions in my chili or my crab boil. You can if you want. Generally, I would say use the tiny ones. Okay, so I'm just going to basically stir that up. See how I do that? Just nice and stirred. Now, basically, what I'm going to be doing.
Filet.
Oh yeah, gumbo filet. Sorry. Thank God I have a good director. Wow, I'm running out on this stuff. So I'm going to do about a teaspoon and a half of gumbo filet. If you guys haven't had gumbo, I think I have a video on there about gumbo. If not, I need to make one, so send me a comment if I don't. Okay. Set that all aside. Now we got that done. Now this is a steamer / tamale pot, but like I want you to know that you don't want to just steam it. I mean, you can, but the Cajun spices is to boil into the meats of the foods and stuff like that. And so I just wanted to make sure that this fills up with enough water that I'm going to be able to just put everything in there and it's going to bubble in and all that good stuff. About half of this, or about 3/4, I'm going to sprinkle it right in there. I'm going to save what little bit left. I'm going to put in this one. Okay, now I'm going to quarter my potatoes. You can half them or you can just leave them whole. If you get the smaller ones, they'll shorten your cooking time. Put your potatoes in are going to be cold first. For one, you can put your fingers in there. You're not going to burn yourself. Okay. Now, if you're going to put the potatoes in this one, you want to put them in the water, just like you did this, and then start it up on high. Okay? I'm going to put it right there. Get that going. Ooh, good thing I washed my hands earlier, huh? I would have burnt my eyes. Okay, now one of the tricks you can do with your crabs, if you got like a really big pot or you got a small pot, what you can do is you can actually just break your legs like that into different sections and you can cook them faster. Okay. Now, those potatoes are going to take about 10-12 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook this stuff up. I'm going to put the corn in first with the sausage. Give that there about 5 to 10 minute cooking, and then I'll put the rest of the stuff in a few minutes. So now we're going to take the corn and the sausage and put it in the water. I'm going to use some tongs so I don't burn my hands, because you don't want to burn your hands. Nobody wants to spend a good crab boil at the emergency room, unless they have crab boil at the emergency room. Now this, I'm going to slowly pour the little boogers in there. Give them kind of a little stir. Okay. Put this handy dandy lid back on there. And we're going to cook them for about 5 to 7 minutes. Because the sausage takes about 5 minutes, corn takes about 7, but you can put them together and they'll be fine. The rest of the seafood, but I want to show you something really neat. Now, of course you want butter to dip all your stuff in. There's many different things because not everybody can eat butter. Okay, now like some of my family are completely dairy free, so this is a really good brand to personally. I mean, it tastes a lot like butter, and I eat butter. I love butter. But you can use like up to half a cup to a little bit. Depends on how much butter you love. Now I'm gonna do some roasted garlic puree. Since I love garlic, and I'm going to put this in my butter. And what I did with this was I got a couple of elephant heads of garlic, and then chopped off the top a little bit, put them in some tin foil, drizzle a lot of olive oil, roast them in a toaster oven for half an hour to 40 minutes, and then puree the hell out. And I'm just going to put about, a teaspoon of it in there because it's pretty potent. But so sweet. Trust me, I got so much garlic pumping through my veins, I could kill vampires within 100 city blocks. Okay. Oh, wow. This stuff's going so much that it started cooking the pot. Woo! Okay, I'm going to pull the crabs out. I'm going to pour all this stuff in first. Careful not to burn the shit out of myself. Put that lobster tail in there. Okay. Kind of give it a little bit of shake to get everybody all nice and even in there. Put the crab in there. Now I'm going to wait about 2 minutes to put the shrimp in there, because shrimp don't take long at all, and you do not want to overcook your shrimp. So I'm going to put this on for about 4 minutes, or 5 minutes, okay? Shrimp is awesome. Ow. Make sure that you don't burn the shit out of yourself just like I did. The steam hurts and it's painful. I mean, you'll be able to watch how fast that stuff starts cooking up really quick. I'm just going to throw those little boogers down in the water so they can start getting some of that Cajun seasoning going. Move them around a little bit. Oh yeah, I can already see them cooking. Now we're going to check on the potatoes. Now one way you can tell if a potato is done really is how resistant they are when you push into them. Okay, watch that. See, it goes right in. There's not a lot of resistance. It's not like a solid chunk. So, and it doesn't go like right through like butter. So these are done. So I'm going to pull these out, and this takes a little while to cool. So we're going to put this in the strainer. Oh, and it smells heavenly. Yeah, a little steamy. So what I'm just going to do is put these babies right back in the pot. And we're just going to grab ourselves a little pot holder. And we'll just set them up over here for the right now. Crab boil is done. So we're going to pull this out. Hopefully I don't burn the crap out of myself. What I'm going to do, move this over here. Now what you can do if you want is try to attempt to drain all this. I don't even want to attempt it. So what I'm going to do, basically I got myself a little strainer. I'm just going to basically got one tool. And where's my other tool? It's in here somewhere. Oh, it got buried in the back. Handy dandy tool. This is for the oysters and those guys, or the little clams and stuff. Ooh yeah. Clams have opened up. That's a good sign. So after they're cooked, you want them opening up. Oh yeah, these are looking awesome. Smelling awesome. So if you don't smell a rancid odor like decayed flesh, that means your clams and your mussels didn't die. So that's a good thing. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the corn out. Okay, I'm going to grab myself a bucket so I can start getting all this stuff out. So I strain it and put it in a nice big bowl. Got that lobster tail, which I'm just going to chop in half, or actually we're just going to probably tear right into it. Okay, get the corn. I mean, this is smelling good with all the sausages. really bad is my accent starts changing back to the southern style. I mean, this is just looking freaking phenomenal. It smells phenomenal too. I'm just gonna grab some of these big boys and start chucking them on down. I actually tried a snail the other day. Yeah, pour those potatoes right on in there. Forgot one. Now, if some of your mussels or clams come out of the shells, that's fine. I know it's just like it keeps stacking higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. But that's a good thing. Now, generally, when people did crab boils back in the olden days, it was a feast, usually a harvest, welcome home the fishermen, you know, from their catch, stuff like that. So, it was a good old party time feast. So, there you go. That is New England or Pacific Northwest clam boil. You're fogging up the lens. So, join me over here. Okay, and I got my nice hot butter, as you can see. I'm going to stir it up a little bit. Now you notice one thing, I do not have any crab crackers. Okay, those that you don't really need unless you have certain types of crab. All I use is a fork and a fondue fork, and that's to dig the tiny little pieces out. This one, just go and it opens up. So, I'm going to show you how to do some of these things. Grab some of these little crabs, a couple of mussels, some shrimp, some tight, ooh, hot. Better grab the tongs. Okay. Now, a lot of places you'll see where they just dump it right out onto paper and stuff like that. That's fine. You know, that's okay. Let me get this crab out of here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Okay. Now this is what you call a very awesome meal. Let me just try this out, stir it a little bit. Mmm. Those potatoes are perfect. Oh, that sausage is awesome. Now your mussels should still be attached with their mussel. Now you can just dip them in butter. If you don't want to dip them in butter, you know, just eat them straight up. You can. And you can see all the little tissues and muscles and their organs. Mmm. Extremely good. Now I'll show you how to do a quick crab leg. Pull that baby out. I always go back knuckle. Right? Back knuckle on this big boy. Right on his joint. There. Okay. Now, if they're good and healthy crab, you could just break the shell, pull that meat right on out. Oops. Well, went halfway. But that's good. So, that's a good, nice little piece of meat. God, I'm going to Australia now. Oh my God, that's so good. Food, and I wish you a good, safe night.